Greetings again, everybody. Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This here is Majula, the general hub area of the game, and we're gonna explore today. It's not very big, or rather, compared to the hub areas of the other games, it is quite big. But since it's just the hub, we're mostly gonna talk to people today instead of, doing fighting and smashing heads and no stuff like that today. So if you don't want to see me talking to a bunch of people, you can skip this. Well, first off, most important NPC of the game.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
So the Emerald Herald here just gave us the Estus Flask. It's basically a healing item, and the neat thing about it is that its uses get replenished every time we rest at a bonfire. Right now, we only have one use though. Oh, and you can also level up here.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable, the four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Bearer of the curse, seek souls, larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king, that is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others. Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it? Those who come to Drangleic seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future. That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead. If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me, so that I may ease your burden. Over the hill.
Alright, we just got our mission. We have to find the king. And to get to him, we need a lot of souls. And since we have nothing better to do, I guess we'll do just that. Now this here's the level up screen. I'm not really gonna level up yet. First I want to see if there's anything I can use my souls on aside from leveling up. A shield maybe. Then again, I would need to level up strength anyway in order to make the shield useful. because I can't wield my mace one-handed just yet. So, up those stairs is this game's version of the crestfallen warrior. His name's Solden. He even has the same voice actor from Dark Souls. Anyway, if you read that inscription, we will see a death counter. All of the deaths tracked worldwide, at least on PS3.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement, a place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden, and like you, I lost everything, and now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Joining this covenant is definitely a good idea. Not only is there a good chance that we will get help if a world gets invaded, we also get a ring, which will get us a little extra health if we wear it.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace. Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went. May you find peace on your journey.
So you probably noticed I just cut out quite a bit of his dialogue. That's because most of it is tutorials, the rest is intros to areas. And I will actually play the audio of those intros later when we reach these areas. And now a little fun fact, the Crestfallen Warrior's incarnation in Demon Souls killed himself, the Dark Souls version just went hollow, so I wonder what fate awaits him. First though, let's talk to this guy here.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop. I'm a blacksmith.
So this guy's green skin indicates that he's gone slightly hollow already. If he goes further hollow, his hair would drop out, and the same's true for us. If we die over and over, we will get increasingly more hollow. And we will look increasingly uglier too. And yeah, we can't really make use of his blacksmith services yet, but once we can actually upgrade our weapons and armor. Homeward Bones will let us return to bonfires at any time. And this here is actually a covenant. You may notice that there's a couple of messages warning us from joining it. That's because this covenant makes the game harder, so we're not gonna join it. Because obviously, right now, we don't need some extra difficulty. Plus, the difficulty it adds is mostly the cheap kind in that it makes enemies take more hits to die. Essentially, my opinion on it is that it makes the game more tedious, not more challenging. But hey, to each their own. If you like that, you can definitely do that. Fuck those statues, you will learn why a little bit later. For now, you'll just have to accept my hatred. I know that there's item down there, or these items look tempting, but if we drop down there now, we will die. So we will have to find another way to actually get down there. And look at this! A cat. Let's do the rational thing and talk to it.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful. This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones? Those four who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent that grows nicer with each passing day. Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say. You give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock. Although, you'd just as well not. This place is already dead.
Shalquar, the tiny being that will mock our very existence, sells a couple rings and also helps us manage covenants in case we joined and rejoined and left them and stuff like that. One of the rings she sells is the Silver Cat's ring, which would allow us to take the drop down that pit, but unless we want to go there early, there's no need to do that.
Nothing suited you, I presume? Well, that's dismaying.
At times, it may be beneficial to actually smash pots, but if there's something in them, we can actually see that by looking inside them. And now over there's that well. You probably already guessed what to do, so let's do it. And this actually nets us our first Estus Flask shard. If we give that to the Emerald Herald, our Estus Flask will have one more use. So as soon as we do that, we have 2 Estus Flask uses. And these are 3 little piggies. They're kind of out of the way in a spot of the map that doesn't really have anything in it. And you might be forgiven to think that they're just a joke. And they probably are. But aside from being that, they also have a chance to drop cracked red-eye orbs. So if you want to invade other players, and you don't have any cracked red-eye orbs, because they are really rare early game, you can just try to grind those guys and get a couple. Just remember to wear some item find gear or something like that, you know, just so you have a little more of that. Other than that, they take a surprisingly high amount of hits, even with the maze. But yeah, they have really high defense. But other than that, not really hard to defeat. It just can take a while, and they can surprise you if you don't know what's coming. So yeah, there's actually nothing here. It's really just out of the way. There's no reason to actually go there unless you want to fight those guys. And hoo-hoo, I wonder if we'll find the key at some point, maybe. No, there's only one last NPC to talk to, and he's right in here.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Maulin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
A very useful NPC. He sells us shields and armor basically, and once we spend enough souls, he will eventually get new items to sell. So it's definitely a good idea to buy stuff.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course, and you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here? Well, I do hope I see you again.
So in contrast to Solon, who really loves the Blue Sentinels, Maulin here really hates them. But anyway, in this chest here is a Titanite charge, which is the main upgrade material in the game. We can basically upgrade most weapons 2+3 with it. To get higher, we need large Titanite shards, and to reach level 7, we need Titanite chunks. And for the final 10th level, we need a Titanite slab. But anyway, we did just about everything we can do in Majula right now. So I reckon, let's just upgrade our Estus Flask with the Emerald Herald and be done with it.
Bearer of the curse seeks lest this...
Bearer seek lest. Those are the words you will hear a lot if you play this game, because she will say this every time you talk to her. And if you skip to it, well, those 4 words will be ingrained in your mind. But anyway, next time, we will actually explore the next gameplay area. Or rather, one of them. We technically have the choice between 2, but we're going to visit the one that's technically the first. So I do hope you enjoyed this dialogue-heavy episode. Next time I promise we're gonna kill stuff, so see you then.